So the county and the Park Service has done a really good job of setting all this up. We first started coming out here and none of this stuff was out here. Nothing at all. Just a little guard shack you checked in. All right, me, Chris, and Vivian came over to Top Trails. First time I've been here since last May, so 10 months, 9 months. Been a while. Yeah, I'm ready. And the park appears to be crowded, but sort of makes sense because it's a beautiful day out. Supposed to be a high of like 70, so probably in the 60s. No events they had this weekend or anything. I think they got one next weekend here. But we looked over, the campground's pretty crowded. Parking lot's pretty crowded, so hopefully we'll be able to catch some shenanigans at Five Hills a little bit later. So it's a great park. If you've never been here, I think it's 2,800 acres. We've been coming here for years. It's an old World War II ammo depot, and you'll see what I mean in a little bit when I show you a couple of the bunkers and everything. All right, I think this is Trail 57. This is like our annual Always First trail that we always do over here. And we did have quite a bit of rain in Alabama and Georgia this past week. Had some flooding in some areas, so we expect today to be pretty wet out here for sure. This is definitely known for being a mud park slash with some mountain trails. Didn't make that one. And a couple of hill climbs and stuff. And this is really giving me the first test that I've got since me and Chris put on the new Super ATV arms. I had one strip out on me back in November at Colmont, and mostly my fault because I didn't do PM, make sure that everything was tight and the locking nut had come loose, and it stripped out the inner sleeve. And I get to give props to Super ATV because the A-arms were about 5 years old, 6 years old, and they have a lifetime warranty. And I called them up, sent them some pictures and video I took. They didn't question anything, and about 3 days later I had 2 brand new A-arms, not one but 2 brand new pairs. And this is what I'm talking about, the old World War II ammo depots. The concrete wall is probably at least 2 foot thick, if not thicker. And they used to store ammunition and stuff in World War II back here. I think there's like 133 of these out here. If they're available, you can rent some out full-time on a year lease. And then some of the sites allow primitive camping on them. And you can come out here and primitive camp, throw up a tent, generator, pull your trailer out there if there's no space in the campground, whatever. So plenty of camping out here. And it's like most off-road parks. When it's dry, it's a dust bowl, and when it's wet, it's a mud bowl. So we much more prefer coming over here when it's raining. Here's rutted out pretty good. This clay is slick and these stock tires are going bald. Getting ready to come up on a area called Five Hills that has since turned into a bunch of hills. It's not a very high section of hill climbing, but last time I was out here, it's basically worn down to rock. And you come out here on a Saturday night or a Friday night, and you're usually going to get someone flip back down this hill, and it's nothing super hard. It's just you just got to hit it right. And straight ahead you see they cleared all of that out for events, I guess, where spectators can go up there. years it showed as a graveyard up here, but we didn't know exactly where it was at. Then they finally fenced it around, cleaned it up. And it's the Lewis family cemetery. This grave here is from 1895. And a lot of unmarked graves. Sunk grave there, sunk grave there. Back over here, sunken graves. Because you remember back in those days, they were burying people in wooden boxes, and when the boxes give away, that's what causes the ground to collapse. Grave over here as well, so who knows how many people are buried up here. Here for sure, and here. I know some of these holes last time we were out here were getting pretty deep. I think I just bypassed one that was like super deep. We had to winch a couple of people out of it. It's the thing, it's been almost a year, so no clue on what kind of trail maintenance, if any's been done. So you're sort of just guessing at some of these holes. Like I said, Chris is a test dummy. Water's definitely flowing. Usually we'll run up to the right and go up that way, but it's not too deep in the middle. Used to be able to go through the tunnel and back on the back trails, but last time we went down there it rutted out where it was like a 3-foot drop that you had to climb up straight concrete. So unless you're running 36s, you weren't going to get through there. Since we first started coming out here like 10 years ago, they've added this campground. Really nice, full hookups. Circles around, and it's pretty crowded. And they've again put some cabin trailers in. We stayed in some before, they got rid of them and put these in. I haven't stayed in any of these yet. I think they just don't have the sofa bed couch anymore. Well, that's pretty much it. A good day of riding. We didn't break anything. Had a good time. Caught one rollover on 5 hills, so I'll have it in this video. And it's been, like I said, probably 9-10 months since I've been out here last, so definitely get to come back out and do some camping, whether it's primitive or bringing the toy hauler. We just talked about that. So until next time, Top Trails.